Mike, we're live.
Damn.
Yeah. What's going on, boss? How are you?
How are you? What's up, Christian? And hello, Julia Zapsik.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Live from the Secret Stash. I'm your host, Christian Cortez, joined as always by the wonderful Mike Zapsik.
Ah, thank you. And Julia Zapsik.
And Julia Zapsik.
Don't
Cannot forget the one who actually makes all this happen.
True.
So, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
I'm very tired this morning, so I'm very sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
I think we're all we've all.
I'm fried.
Yeah, I got you. I'm there too. Little. Took a Zyrtec last night because I've been itchy because allergies are killing me, and it knocked me on my ass. So I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, no. So Mike, talk nerdy to me. What's going on?
May the 4th be with you, everyone. It is May 4th. 2022, and it is May the 4th be with you day, where we celebrate everything Star Wars nerddom. And here at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash at 65 Broad Street in Red Bank, New Jersey, we don't like being left out in the rain. And we've got the 501st Northeast Legion coming down to Red Bank to celebrate May 4th with us. So
yes, we do.
You're going to see
Northeast Remnant.
Northeast Remnant.
Mm-hmm.
Remnant. Is it Remnant?
I think it's Remnant.
What a great way to pronounce that. Remnant.
A little piece of rain.
Yeah. And we've got it is a little bit rainy outside, but I think they'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to be spotty sunshine today. But I've got a dozen guys coming down, guys and gals coming down, and you're going to see the Empire take over Red Bank, New Jersey, which I think is cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Just remember, folks, if you decided to trip today, you are not seeing things. I promise. You are in fact seeing a stormtrooper.
Or if you decided to trip today, make it to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. How's that?
That's very fair. Besides May the 4th, I heard another alternative that I think I might embrace moving forward.
Which is?
This is the May.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that one. I will always wish May the 4th, but this is the May might be my new go-to for Star Wars in the month of May.
I am one with the 4th, and the 4th is with me. Yeah.
I could dig that one.
I like that too.
I could dig that.
Very cool. I'm not tattooing it on my body anytime soon. But
oh, come on.
Not unless I lose a bet. I'm not tattooing.
All right, what bet are we making that we can make this happen?
Okay, cool. So we're getting ready for them to come. They're going to be here within an hour, which I think is cool as all hell. Oh, and they're going to be wandering around Red Bank. So, I mean, yeah, if you're sitting there, if you're dropping mushrooms right now and you're like, I think I'll take a trip to Red Bank. And you come into Red Bank and you're like, holy crap, is that Darth Vader? And it might just be. Or maybe you're tripping balls. I'm not sure.
Or both. It might be a combination of the two.
Or maybe you haven't left your sofa yet and you've just got Empire Strikes Back on Disney Plus playing over and over and over
again.
And
if that's the case, I can't help you there because all the action is in that beautiful downtown Red Bank. So come check it out. Come hang out.
It's going to be interesting because our sidewalks are all torn up.
Oh, God.
So it looks like the actual Empire has been in town and making some rude adjustments to us. So
there was you had gave me homework last week.
I'd given you homework. You obviously it wasn't grammar.
No, it wasn't grammar. God damn it! But no,
I gave you homework.
You gave me homework last week,
did.
And that was to watch this wonderful show on Apple TV Plus called.
No, that was the suggestion. My homework, if you'll remember, is I wanted you to find out about Count Chocula and Frankenberry.
Oh, about the artist.
About the artist, and
I couldn't. There is really nothing out there in terms of like who designed them. I couldn't find it.
But you could tell.
But it looks so influenced by it.
Hanna-Barbera. Yeah, it does. It does seem that it is Hanna-Barbera-esque. And you know what? A lot of artists who work on most of the animation studios also did work in advertising.
Oh,
so it makes sense. And that brings up another point. which it's not an elephant in the room, but I did want to mention this. Rest in peace to our friend Neil Adams. Neil Adams was turned 80. Neil Adams was he was a hell of a guy and one hell of an artist. He was the guy who influenced John Byrne and George Perez. He was the guy that everybody wanted to be when they grew up. He had a more photorealistic style. I know that he influenced, and Mike Grell, if you're watching, let me know that he, I get the feeling that he was an influence on you too, because there's a similarity in your styles. But he worked in advertising when he wasn't doing what he loved. He loved comic books, absolutely adored comic books, but comic books didn't always pay the rent. So he went out and he started his own studio, started his own comic book line, and he fought for the rights of creators. He was incensed when Warner Brothers made Superman the movie, and yet
didn't pay out.
Yes.
Wow.
And he went nuts. And Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Joe Shuster was he was actually a messenger in the latter part of his life. He was a messenger, and he was legally blind. And he made Warner Brothers force them to give Siegel and Shuster through public embarrassment, which is a horrible way to make somebody do something.
Yeah.
But I mean, Neil.
Did they eventually get something?
They did. Actually, he made Warner Brothers give them
because
$20,000 stipend a year, which may not seem like much now, but back in like '78, it was akin to about like $75,000 to $100,000 a year, I think.
For a person who could change,
right?
It
was a life-changing amount for these two gentlemen who were in their declining years.
And didn't that also lead up to them actually going to the premiere?
Yes, because
Superman.
Here's what's ironic. I think Neil was invited to It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman, which was a Broadway play, and talk about ironic. He took a cab over to, where it was being held. I forget, like the Gershwin Theater or whatever theater it was. And he's, the guy was talking, his cabbie was talking about, how cool it was that Superman was being made into a play. And he said, I had something to do with that Superman guy. And it turned out that Neil Adams' cab driver was, and this is what I heard. It's anecdotal, but I think it's true. It was Joe Shuster, the artist for Superman.
Was driving the cab?
Was driving the cab.
Wow.
And, he couldn't get tickets to go see what he created. How messed up is that?
Yeah, there's actually a documentary on the subject. It's I think I'd watched it on I think the History Channel or something. It covered that story of them getting the credit that they deserved.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that I actually started to actually get teary-eyed because of that ending, I was like, that shouldn't be that hard.
No.
That should be if your comic book property starts to make billions, your creator should be following along with that.
Or not even billions. How about millions? I mean, how about, these are the guys, and arguably they created everything you see in here.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look around. Everything that is on these walls created by, it was inspired by Superman. Because he was the very first one. He was the first costumed hero. I mean, there had been heroes before that.
The OG.
But he was the very first 4-color guy.
Was he, just out of curiosity, thinking back to the old-timey radio days, was he the first costume superhero on TV? Or was he actually serialized on radio before that?
Oh, he was serialized on radio before that. In the 1940s, he was big, huge. Him, Batman, and Robin were there. But when it comes to radio, I mean, back in the 20s and 30s, you had the Green Hornet, you had the Shadow, and you had Lone Ranger. So they were costumed, I mean, they were masked men who did what was right, but he was the first one with superpowers.
Gotcha.
The Shadow, he could cloud the minds of men, and he had dubious superpowers, but he was human rehypnol.
Yeah.
So, but Superman was the very first costumed. He was out there. He had the circus tights on. He looked like a circus strongman, and that's what Joe Shuster was looking for. Now, Superman wasn't.
Wow.
Superman was Kal-El from Krypton was not their very first attempt at Superman. Their very first attempt at Superman, and this is so crazy, was in 1935. It was more Lex Luthor than Superman. See, superheroes weren't commonplace.
No, this was kind of a new.
They created. Oh my God, yes, they did. But back in the day, there were evil masterminds. For every Sherlock Holmes, there had to be a Moriarty.
There had to be an evil to balance the.
There was, and talk about racism, Fu Manchu. Fu Manchu was he was an Asian archetype of. He was a criminal mastermind, but he had a nobility about him. So that's what they were going for. Their very first concept of Superman was he was super smart and he had brain powers, and he was bald as Lex Luthor, and he was evil, and he tried to take over the world. Yeah, and that was their first concept of Superman
in 1935.
1935, rejected all over the place, and rightly so. Glad.
They started with the villain more so than the hero.
Yes.
I mean, wow, that's crazy. So the archetype for what would become Superman would actually lay the groundwork for even Lex Luthor to become a thing. Because Lex didn't appear till when?
Lex didn't appear till 1940, 1939. Superman's very first criminal mastermind,
bad guy,
arch villain, yes, was the Ultra Humanite, who was bald, and Lex Luthor's only bald by accident. 1940, April 1940. Nice, good.
Hey, my birth month. That's what's up.
Well, not your birth year, thank God.
Birth month.
But take a look. What's weird about that picture, honey? If you can, let
me look it up. I'll pull it up for you.
Pull that up, and I'll vamp for a minute. Character was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. He appeared in Action Comics number 23 in April of 1940. He is the arch nemesis of Superman.
We're doing too many things at once.
Yes.
So you're looking at this picture, and this picture is it this one right here?
Yes, that one. Pull that one up, please.
Sorry to disappoint you, Man of Steel.
Yes.
But that plane will never reach here.
Yes, if you could pull that up, Christian.
He's not bald. Is one thing I'm looking
Lex
at.
Luthor was not bald.
In his
he's
a ginger, actually.
Yeah.
In here.
Well, of course, gingers are soulless, and so was Lex Luthor. So
you said it, Mike.
Oh my God! Have I asked my wife? Redheads ruin my life constantly.
Oh my God!
So true.
Surprise! I'm actually a redhead. This is all dyed.
All right, I give you 2 years to ruin my life, Christian. So. Lex Luthor was not bald, and he became bald by accident.
By accident? Was it Superman's fault?
No, actually, it was the artist's fault, because it was supposed to be Lex Luthor, and he mixed the Joe Shuster mixed him up with the Ultra Humanite and just made him bald.
Yeah.
Ultra
Humanite, first supervillain faced by Superman.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I had no idea that these. See, like, this is why I'm like so happy that we're doing this podcast, is because I never thought to wonder what were the origins of Lex?
Why would you? Why would you?
He's a great villain, but he's
a fantastic villain. But why is he bald? Because Superboy was a dick, saved his life. That's what happened. They met in Smallville, because in a town named Smallville, why wouldn't two of the world's most famous human beings live, as children
in the same town.
And arguably Clark Kent, would go on to be a TV newscaster.
That's true.
So you've got 3 people who come from, and Lana Lang, who would also go and do some pretty cool stuff. But Smallville. Why not?
Why not? Why not have them all come from the same place? Oh man. See, this is the education that some do not get, because I'm the lucky one that I get to do a show with you.
I know.
So
you get like thousands of dollars worth of knowledge.
Mike's Comics College is the tuition is
we're
not
accredited,
cheap.
folks.
So
by who we don't know, but we're accredited.
But we're accredited.
Yes, Joseph Morning actually is applauding the fact that he gets his free comic book class.
Good deal.
Oh wow. Ed Weird just helped me out big time. Fun fact, because we were talking about Count Chocula earlier. Mm-hmm. Fun fact, Minnesota illustrator and cartoonist George Carn, who drew the original Trix Rabbit in 1959, also sketched the first images of Count Chocula. That's so cool.
George Carn, I guess you didn't do a shit ton of research.
I did not see that.
Okay.
But Ed Weird's probably going to come and be like, it was right there, motherfucker. I see how it is.
First thing that popped up, piece of crap.
I'm curious what else that dude has designed then.
You're like one tear rolling down your face.
I see how it is.
I got you.
Oh wow!
And he did Captain Crunch too.
I'm looking at the website.
Oh my lord!
Well, his alma mater.
Hamline Hamline University.
Hamline University.
Are they accredited by me?
I guess so. Why not? Let's just throw it in there.
Why not?
Sure.
So yes, rest in peace, Neil. We got far afield, but Neil Adams gave Siegel and Schuster, a golden age. He was the Hero Initiative before the Hero Initiative was. So I'm sure he was. Jim McLaughlin's out there doing great work on behalf of comic book creators, making sure that they get that financial respite that they need sometimes, because comic book artists, comic book writers, they're freelancers. They're not getting
Are all comic book artists freelancers, or do some?
Almost
some
all are.
It would depend on the company, no?
There are contracts. There are some that are contractually.
Okay, gotcha.
Like I know George Perez, hero of mine, was under contract with DC for a while. So once those contracts run out, it's sort of like life insurance. Hey, you can go to Cobra, but it's going to cost you.
Gotcha.
So yeah, really weird, right?
That is odd.
Yeah.
But continue the cause to support comic book creators.
Yes,
support the legacy that Neil left behind.
Absolutely. And Neil, God bless you. My condolences to his lovely family, his wife Marilyn, and his children. I think his daughter Christine, she worked with her dad, and they had I think it's Continuity Studios, and that was his brand, Continuity Comics. So and he was huge on the con scene. There was no place that we did not see Neil Adams. It's like, I swear to God, I thought he was cloning himself.
He was everywhere.
He was everywhere that Ming wants to be.
He's been everywhere, man. Oh no, man, that's crazy.
So yeah, he had a huge booth all over the place. It was great.
Man. Mark Lamb just left a great comment I want to highlight about Lex Luthor really quick. Try to play sports and grow up with the Man of Steel. I'd probably lose my hair too.
Oh yeah, right. Although I don't think that Clark was allowed to play sports, because he kept, his parents were, hide that light under a bushel, son.
We have a special request here at some point in the show from Christopher Hewitt, who's asking you to test Christian's Star Wars knowledge.
All right.
I know. So we may.
If I had prepped for this pop quiz, I would have.
You should pass. I would have passed.
All right, Chris, you want to see a grown man fail? Here we go.
No, and here's what really sucks is that I have either stuff that my dog could answer, that type of question, or I have the ones that would make my wife cry, and she doesn't cry, and she's also very knowledgeable about Star Wars. So, you know,
you don't have any middle of the road.
I have no middle of the road question. Sorry, I am not that guy.
Because Star Wars has been a fixture in my household. My dad was a huge fan. My mom was a huge fan. But like for me, the fascinating part of it too, aside from the storytelling, was the behind the scenes wizardry that they would make to create that movie. Yeah. So a lot of my knowledge comes from more behind the scenes stuff, and even then, it's not exact.
Good enough.
Their technology when they filmed the ship miniatures is still one of the coolest things. Like how they would figure out how to make these models that are probably no bigger than that pile of comic books and make them look ginormous.
I know.
Like I always appreciate good film special effects. All
right, then good. I've got one for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, here is the question. What were the X-Wing and TIE fighter battles based on? This should be fairly easy.
On?
Yes. The battle the battle of Yavin is that they called it the Battle of Yavin.
Do I need like a specific name or just like the general?
It was
like in-air dogfight, not dogfight.
Yes.
Is it called dogfight?
Dogfighting. Yes, they were based on dogfighting.
In the rough cut of Star Wars, isn't it true that he would use like World War II footage to like as placeholder?
Yes,
for those type of scenes. See,
that's what he wanted. He wanted those to look just like him
and feel like that,
and have that. Especially from the POV, because they had, they call them hero shots, where you're looking at the guy who's going to win. You know, he's taking down that TIE
You're in the
fighter.
cockpit.
Boom.
You're in the gunner's seat.
Which is insane because they had this shit back in World War II. They had GoPros in World War II. I mean, they were
primitive.
They were very primitive.
they ran on film. Yeah. They only lasted like 20 seconds.
Yeah, they had that guy with the little powder. You know.
The guy had to roll it while he was also
exactly
flying the plane.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it wasn't dangerous at all.
No, he's steering with his knees.
Be like, I got them. I'm perfect at multitasking. Exactly. I got this. But I always did find that interesting where George would draw his influences from, especially because I didn't know what Flash Gordon was until I started to delve into the history of Star Wars.
Flash was amazing. Flash Gordon,
the original serials,
the serials with Buster Crabbe,
not the movie,
which didn't come out until 1980. Yes, it was 1980.
Okay.
Same year as Private Benjamin, believe it or not, I know that.
Did you know that movie is actually a first draft movie? They wrote one draft of the script and then went right into production.
Private Benjamin, really?
No, for Flash Gordon.
Yeah, I can see that, and it kind of shows in a lot of ways.
Sorry, I was reading the questions. I'm like, I'm just tuning in now. What did Christian just say?
No, I can believe that. And Ornella Moody as. Oh my God, what was her name? Not Flash. Ming's daughter. God.
We're gonna take a.
Not Ming Chen's daughter. No, Ming the Merciless's daughter. Although, again, you can get those confused.
What did you just ask me, Edward? You did watch Flash Gordon and not Flesh Gordon, right, Christian?
Oh boy.
Flesh Gordon was the porn version of Flash Gordon.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Actually, you know what your homework is for next week.
Oh God, no! Damn you, Edward! All right,
you're complaining about porn. All right, there you go.
I don't want to watch Flash Gordon.
Is Jar Jar a Sith? Well, he is.
Jar Jar, I believe that he was a Sith. I think that would have been so cool if J.J. Abrams had done that. That would have been fantastic. But they didn't. So I think it was a missed opportunity. Big drop, ball drop.
Yeah. I feel like we really missed out on that moment where Jar Jar would switch from being the goofy idiot to then watching that moment happen where it's like, then he talks all articulate.
And you see the light go out of his eyes. Yeah. And it just becomes like, I am about to kill you.
You know what would have been like it could have been similar in comparison, at least? That moment when Rey used the Force for the first time in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Like that jaw drop moment.
Yeah.
Where like all the music drops out. Everything is just calm for a second. And then she actually makes it happen. And I'm like, we could have had Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah, that would have been so cool. And I'm like, Snoke. I'm like, cut off his ears, and that could be Jar Jar.
He wanted to look human after all this time. It's humanish. Yeah, no, a lot of missed opportunities like that for
Ed
for
Weird.
that.
Come on, Ed Weird. All right. Yeah, go ahead, Ed Weird. That was actually it's not a bad question. What was Luke Skywalker's call sign during the Battle of Yavin? It's fairly easy.
It is fairly easy, but it's also difficult because I haven't watched Star Wars in a minute.
Oh, for sure.
Through and through. Crap. And I know, and it's right fucking there too. I've been called out. I don't know. I completely forgot.
He was Red 3.
Red 3.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Hey, Ed, first failure. It's okay. I mean, my punishment now, I will go watch Flesh Gordon.
Oh my God. Well, it's not so much of a punishment as it is. Well, I'm going to go. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to leave right now.
We've got some good questions.
What is Yoda's home planet?
Didn't he? Yoda's home planet. I don't want to do Star Wars trivia anymore.
Now, are we talking about the planet where Luke found him, or his actual birth
home
planet where he was born?
Yes.
Yeah,
and it's not Dagobah because he had visited that in Clone Wars. So,
don't ask me.
I don't know it. I don't know. I don't know the name of this one. No,
I mean,
I don't
either.
You
were the trivia master.
All
right, Christopher Hewitt.
I thought that it
impress us.
I thought it went unmentioned in the originals.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh man, that's gonna bother the living hell out of me. Oh well.
Lando Calrissian's co-pilot.
Couldn't tell you. I'll just be honest. I'm terrible with trivia now because now I'm like doubting everything that I know, and it's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You know what? I should watch those movies again for the holiday. But like I love Star Wars I love Star Wars so damn much that it's one of those movies that I try not to watch all the time. If that makes any sense.
Of course, yeah. You don't want to ruin it.
Exactly. Like for me, I'll watch like Back to the Future or Who Framed Roger Rabbit like every 4 or 5 years. And that's only because I love it that much.
Okay.
And it's like I don't want to ruin it because the last time Roger Rabbit came on TV or Back to the Future came on, I watched that shit, no problem. I was like, "Ooh, this is a time. I haven't watched this in a minute. Let's get some popcorn, make it a whole occasion." So for me, I love Star Wars that much that it's like I want to hold it there. So I'm worthy of a rewatch. I'm going to marathon them today after I finish up work. So fuck it, why not?
Actually, do you want to let these guys in and show them where to go?
We got some people at the stash door.
People at the stash.
Is this? This isn't the.
This is them.
These
are they.
These are they.
Now, come on. What is Lando Calrissian's co-pilot?
Oh yeah, Mike. What is
Return of the Jedi.
What is it?
I know it.
What is it?
Niam Nub. Come on, you should know this one. So sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I've just accepted that.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh my God, I messed up. He was Red 5. Biggs was Red 3. That's right. Damn it. Oh, I was wrong. Damn me.
Oh my God.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Secret Stash.
Welcome.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
We are swell, thank you. Yeah.
Come on in, man.
No, come on over.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the members of the 501st
Northeast Remnant.
There we go.
Come on in, jump in. Michael, this is Christian.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you guys.
Mike.
Nice to meet you, boss.
Good to meet you.
Beautiful, go. Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is
We're just a
amazing.
minor threat.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
Oh man, the people still love you, Mike.
Ooh,
Thank you guys for.
I'm going to show them where to get dressed, but if one of you guys wants to hop in and talk a little bit about the 501st and
please do.
History and what you guys do.
You know what? I would love to know the history of the 501st.
Yeah. Jump on in.
Come on in, man.
This is Mike. Everyone say hi to Mike.
Everyone say hello.
Hey, everybody.
So now I'm curious. So what is the history of the 501st Legion? How did it come about? How did you join?
Let's see. It started with just a fan who wanted to dress up for a movie premiere. So he got together with a couple of his friends. They got dressed up. They got a lot of attention. And so it grew and grew from there. And since then, we've got members all over the world. We do a lot of great charity work with Make-A-Wish and other organizations like that. And so it's good opportunity to like nerd out for a good cause.
See, I've always come to appreciate that about the 501. I always thought that was one of the majorly cool things about it, especially the charity aspect for sure. Now, how did you get to join it? You were just a massive Star Wars fan, and then you were just like, "Oh, I could find these like-minded people."
Yeah, I thought about it for a long time, and it's a lot of work to put a costume together, and it's expensive. No. It has to be exactly a replica of what appears in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And so
my Ben Cooper doesn't cut it?
It does not. I'm sorry. But it's almost like a trade. Like when you join, we get together, people who have done it before show you how to do it, how to put everything together, and then you hand it down to
it's not just hoarding resources. It's like, all right, you want to build an authentic costume? Here's how you can actually do it the proper way.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have agreements with Lucas that lets us
officially
create
parts
and sell parts only within the club. And so that's how you get all the pieces. Somebody shows you how to put it together. It comes in a box like a giant model kit, basically, like a 1-to-1 model kit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Big brown box day, we call it.
Yeah, nice. Says it's BBB day. Big brown box day.
That's awesome. Yeah. Most of your neighbors think you're getting it from Adam and Eve, but no, it's actually
it's actually just a giant Star Wars toy.
Which, well, I mean, yeah, that's right. It's not from Adam and Eve. It's a giant Star Wars toy. No, that's awesome. I remember being one of those kids who I was 10 when Star Wars came out, and I remember in awe of people who would dress up and be online. And I mean, you guys are younger than me.
Not by
much. You're still younger than me.
All right.
However, there was a time when the universe was not quite as bright as it is now. And I mean, now we're in a Star Wars renaissance. Oh my God, I sounded dickish, didn't I? That was hugely dickish.
Hey,
we're in a renaissance of Star Wars. We are, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and Robert Rodriguez are making, and come on back here. They're making this so much fun to be a Star Wars guy again. And for me, there was no sci-fi before Star Wars. There was Star Trek, and that was dull. Oh, it was so dull until, I do too. Until you hit, high school and you discover marijuana. That's when Star Trek becomes awesome. You're like, Khan's onto something. I swear to God. Yes, it was. Of course, you're sitting there and you're one of the you're like, that Klingon is banging Genie. That's awesome. So you find this stuff out and you're like, oh my God. But originally, I'm 10 years old. You're watching a bunch of old dudes sit around talking on Star Trek. We had Logan's Run, but we didn't have anything else. There was nothing. And please try to paint that picture for me, because I'm not doing a great job. It was like a barren wasteland.
That's right. My brother just sent me some pictures he found. So I also saw Star Wars in '77 in the theater with my family. And my brother found pictures from Halloween 1977, and I'm dressed as a Tusken Raider. I have toilet paper rolled to my eyes. I got a bandage wrapped around my head. So
that is
I've
awesome.
been doing it a long time.
How'd you get the brown the brown bandages?
I think it's like an ace bandage.
Oh, you use the ace bandage. That's smart. Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, even Luke on Tatooine was wearing faded Levi jeans, and they were dyed brown.
Mm-hmm.
So they were 501s, which is kind of funny when you think about it. It's ironic, the 501st, because 501s, button down jeans. There you go.
That's right. And Vader would eventually lead the 501st Legion.
Amazing.
Oh my God. This is awesome.
It's gonna be a good day.
Oh my God. No, it's all good. I'm also admiring these patches.
This is amazing.
So,
jump on in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so this is Walking Wounded. Alvin Johnson, who's the founding father of the 501st.
You said they founded it for which Star Wars movie?
The re-release.
Okay.
So him and his buddy decided they were gonna create their armor and show up just to show up for the re-release.
That was what, 1990? Anybody?
90.
95, 94, 95?
Well, it's 25 years. It's our 25th anniversary
Okay.
of the Legion.
Oh shit! So that'd be 98.
Yes.
98.
I'm off today. I don't math today.
Good for you.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I'm off. I'm off every day.
I have a very specific rule. I don't do math until at least 6 o'clock at night,
Okay, good enough. And then rarely after that.
and then rarely after that.
So yeah. So if it's 20, 97. 97 was a re-release. So I remember. Oh my God, I would have loved to have done that, but I was unavailable.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have been a part of that. That would have been great. And that was like the very beginning of the internet too. These kids out there, you don't understand. The internet's you had to dial up. And they're like, dial up? What the hell is that? You know that really weird noise?
You can't make a phone call.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those guys had to sculpt and mold, all their own armor. Like there was no.
There's no 3D printing back then.
No.
And 3D printing just started to really kick off in the last couple of years. I
Yeah.
mean, this is all vacuum form molded, and like I said, it's made as a kit.
Yeah.
The kits are made for people that are taller, 5'9", around that area.
6'3".
Well, you're a little short to be a stormtrooper, so that's fine. Yeah, and that you're a little tall to be a.
Right?
Yeah, first time. I'm 5'1", so my kit I actually had to take and I had to cut down.
I love it.
wow.
It was draw the pencil line
Oh my
and
God.
cut it and then try it on.
And that
then
was
go,
your
"All right,
first?"
There's a little bit more. And that was my third set of armor. I started
wow.
as a TIE pilot,
Oh, word.
and then
Wow.
I did a gunner, and then I did the TK, and then I just finished a shore trooper from Rogue One,
Oh,
which
that's
is fun. I
awesome.
look like a tank.
That's
But
That's
badass.
a good point. Like we accommodate all body types
Right.
and sizes, and like there's somebody who can, if you're short or if you're tall or if you're wide or if you're thin, like we can help you
Learn how to properly suck your gut in.
into the armor.
yeah,
Okay.
So you guys are essentially helping people be the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's very
How
well
awesome.
put.
I'm telling you. Well, Brian here is he'll crush me. He'll beat the living shit out of me if I make any more short jokes because
I hear it all the time. I actually have I've got a prop maker who's gonna. I was hoping it would be here today, but it'll be here Saturday, so I'll have it for the next troop I'm doing with the Red Bulls.
Oh, cool.
It's a sound glove, so it's got 4 buttons, and you can have up to 16 sounds.
I thought you were going to say, I've got brass knuckles to take out shitty comedians like you.
Mike, it's that too.
So I have him running the sound glove. It's going to come up into my chest piece, so it's remote.
Awesome.
And then I had him load in 4 sounds, and the first one is going to be "There's One Set for Stun." And then the second one is Leia's clip saying, "Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?" And then the third and fourth are Luke's next 2 lines in the movie. So when guys come up to me all the time and say, "Hey, aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?"
What, this? Oh, yeah.
I can replay it under Leia's voice and
That's
make a comment
amazing.
like she said it better.
Yeah.
Or I can do the my name's Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue
That's
you.
kick ass.
It depends on the situation, but that's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, I have to ask this. The 501st, your screen movie accurate.
100%.
Do you guys accept any Clone Warriors from anything from the 3D stuff? I mean, you and
From the
encourage
animation?
from the animated.
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic.
They
That's
have to be bad guys at some point
okay.
in the story. We only do the bad guys.
All right, so Bad Batch are not in there. They are technically the good guys.
I don't know what it comes up
I
under.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's like
It's a gray area.
Right.
Over like
There are meetings in progress
figured
about
out
this.
Some way to work the Mandalorian in there,
Right.
Because everybody.
Of
wanted
course.
to do that.
Well, the Mando, he,
he's out for himself.
he co-opted Boba Fett's, that whole carbon freezing tech. So yes, he is definitely a bad guy. In from a certain point of view. I mean, certainly from Horatio Sands' point of view, he's like, this kind of sucks. You know, I don't want to be carbon frozen and then, you know, hand it over to anybody.
I know.
So,
but yeah, we have what's called the CRL, the Costume Resource Library.
Costume Resource Library.
And it spells out, like, you can look up any character and it'll tell you exactly what you need. It gives you a punch list that you have to go down, and it'll say, like, you know, the chest armor has to cover the blah, blah, blah. And the, you know, bicep comes down to here. And the helmet markings can be like this or this or this.
It's not like exact requirements. It's more or less like a strictly to be adhered guideline.
No, it's an exact
no,
requirement.
it's an exact requirement.
Oh, it is an exact.
Yeah.
Like our agreement is 100% screen accurate.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
You're
just short of the TKs. I mean, you watch the original movie and that they were duct taped together. You can see it on the arms on some of them. We don't push it that far.
Gotcha.
But it has to be accurate.
I mean, that's true, but the third level, so some costumes have different levels of accuracy, and there are costumes where the higher you go on the accuracy level, the crappier your costume is, because it has to match exactly what was on the screen.
I gotcha.
So it's like, you know, the patches on the shoulders are just like vinyl stickers.
So if you're looking at Daniel Craig versus that guy who bumped his head in the first one. Okay, gotcha. Oh, he's amazing. That's he's incredible. He kind of set the tone for how how stormtroopers would be perceived from that point on.
That is true.
You know, they're the goofy, dorky guys who, you know, your cannon fodder essentially is what they are.
So when did Lucasfilm start to call upon you guys as like background extras for the films? Because did that start with Awakens, or did that kind of trail back to even the prequels?
I don't think the prequels, because I think at the prequels they were still just getting started.
Right.
So,
And they were the Clone Warriors. They were not they weren't bad guys. Yeah.
But yeah, now at this point, it's like if you go to any sporting event and there's stormtroopers, that's us. Like, if you
That's awesome.
You know, the morning shows, we have a couple guys who are at the morning shows in New York this morning. That's, you know, they have us all over the country, right? As people they can call on for
it's worldwide too.
And yeah, I gotta thank you
all
guys.
over the world. Thank you, Brian.
I put out the call about 3 months ago, and you guys jumped at the chance. And thank you so much for being in Red Bank. I wanted to get the entire town involved, and whether they like it or not, I am gonna get the goddamn town involved, because this is where we all share a love of something. And my wife over there will tell you that mine was reignited by the Clone Wars. I had kids. The prequels. I mean, I'm a I'm a Star Wars, Empire, and Return fanatic. I loved those movies. They, you know, like so many other people, they changed my life.
It's your childhood.
Exactly.
All of our childhood.
Yep.
In Dave Filoni, we trust.
Well, before that, it was in George Lucas we trust, and we kind of got. Now, hold on. I was going to add a codicil to that. You didn't let me finish, Mike. And when the prequels came out, that trust was sorely abused. And
You're a little bit of Vader's March.
Yeah, I know.
Coming into play right now with you guys.
I know. And we got to look at Anakin, and Anakin was not impressive. So until Dave Filoni came in, and in Dave Filoni we do trust, that reinvigorated my love of all things Star Wars, and jump-started my nerddom for Star Wars, which is so weird because I've always been a comic book guy, and now I'm a comic book and Star Wars guy. And even when J.J. Abrams rebooted Star Trek, I was like, now I'm a Star Wars, Star Trek comic book, and I'm like adding notches to my damn belt, and I'm like, I'm done with this stuff. But you know, with the advent of Disney Plus and all of the shows that they're bringing back, I think that, you know, it's a great time to be a Star Wars fan. And you guys answered the call. Thank you so much.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, we're happy to be here. This is a busy day for us.
Excellent.
Like between May the 4th and Free Comic Book Day this weekend. I think we have 20 events.
Awesome.
Just in New Jersey.
You guys are great. So
we can staff them. Like we have enough people in New Jersey to staff them.
How awesome is that? And, I called and you sent a dozen people during the day are going to be filtering through Red Bank, which is phenomenal.
So before you guys go, where can people find the information to try and join up if they wanted to?
So the main page is 501st, so 501st.com, 501st.com. The one for New Jersey is 501ner.com. So 501 ner.com. So
fantastic.
Yeah, and if people want to know about joining, what's involved, how they get started, where do you get the pieces, just contact us through the website, and we have membership liaisons who will get back to you and talk you through it.
Ooh, that sounded like a renaissance. That was.
Or come down to Red Bank and ask them.
Oh yeah, ask them
visit us in person.
Come get
hang
a
out.
picture with these guys.
Get pictures. We'll give you our trading cards.
Yeah, I brought trading cards. The trading cards today.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see these guys in costume.
All right, we're gonna suit up.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you guys so
Appreciate it.
much.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Mike. Which brings us to Jay and Silent Bob's top 5.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
I am very excited. Today's going to be a great day in Red Bank. I'm gonna do that one last.
Best for last.
I'm gonna save the best for last. Twig number 1 by Scotty Young. Now, Scotty Young is best known for he does the cute little things for. He did the cute little things for the covers, the variant covers for a lot of Marvel properties, a lot of Marvel comics. Mm-hmm. He also did the Wizard of Oz series. This is his, and he also did something called I Hate Fairyland, which was actually
that's him.
Yeah, which was actually F.U. Fairyland. Actually, it was F Fairyland, and this is Twig, and Twig in a nutshell is. Twig in a nutshell. It's actually kind of funny. I love this. I'm not going to give too much away. This is, it's sweet and it's funny and it's irreverent and I love it. So
Twig number
1.
Twig number 1. Next.
This one next up is Giant Size X-Men Thunderbird.
Giant Size X-Men Thunderbird.
Now Thunderbird is a character from the original X-Men, from Giant Size X-Men number 1. Xavier brought together an international grouping of X-Men where we got Storm, we got Nightcrawler, we got Wolverine, we got Colossus, we got Banshee and Sunfire, and we also had Thunderbird, who was a Native American. He was an Apache, and he was very angry at everything. And he died on technically their second mission, their first mission as X-Men. They went in to rescue the original team from the island of Krakoa. Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
You were missed. So he died fighting Count Nefaria, who is, dude, if you're named Count Nefaria or Victor Von Doom, you really don't have a lot of life choices ahead of you.
Yeah, you got limited options.
Yes. So he fights Count Nefaria. And Nefaria blows him up, and Xavier told him he was on an F-15 trying to get Nefaria out of there, and the F-15 exploded, and
he went with it.
John Proudstar, Thunderbird, did go with it. But now that Krakoa is back and the mutant nation actually exists and they can bring back the dead, turns out that you don't have to stay dead.
Whoa.
And this is him revisiting a couple of sites. So it was actually pretty cool. And you get to see his little brother too.
Going on a nice memory tour.
His brother took up the mantle, his brother James of Thunderbird. Yes.
Okay.
So next up.
Flashpoint Beyond.
Return with us now to actually the Flashpoint world, where Barry Allen went back in time and created an alternate universe where his mother lived. So he saved his mother, but in doing so, he set in motion events that pretty much destroyed the DC universe and pitted the Themyscirians versus the Atlanteans, and they were using the surface world as
their battleground.
Yes,
He destroyed the world.
Destroying the world. Superman was never found.
That was one of the best DC animated movies that they did.
It was a pretty damn good one. And in this world, Bruce Wayne was actually murdered in front of his parents' eyes. One of them became Batman. The other became the Joker.
Ah, so cool.
Yeah. So Thomas Wayne became Batman. Yes. Old Batman.
Interesting.
Yes.
So now with the Beyond handle though, like what, how does that play out in this world? Because there theoretically would be no Terry McGinnis.
Well, why wouldn't there be a Terry McGinnis?
Well,
but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Just this is Flashpoint Beyond. This is going years in the future. This when Barry went back in time and stopped himself from saving his mother, Zoom murdered his mother. He went back in time and stopped Zoom from murdering his mother. This time around, in Flashpoint, he went back and stopped himself from stopping Zoom. I mean, it gets convoluted, but he stopped himself from stopping Zoom from murdering his mother, so the timeline was restored. However, and this timeline should have been destroyed, but it wasn't. And there's a reason why it wasn't.
Okay.
And that reason, I hope I'm not spoiling for anybody.
If you're not reading, you know what? Don't spoil it then. Let that be a surprise.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
Fine. Go screw yourselves then. I'm not going to tell you anything.
All right, Flashpoint Beyond.
Yes,
number 1 or 6. Okay,
number
cool.
1. Yes, it's number 1. 0 came out like a week ago. Hey, Sarah, can you do me a favor? Grab a copy of, and I should have grabbed it. Beyond Quest, not Beyond Quest. It was there's a like Quest thing over there under. No, it's on the back issues. It's like Quest Aside number 1. It's Dungeons and Dragons meets it's hard to explain, but it's
the Sid Croft gang or something.
Let me grab a copy of it first. Yeah, it's Sid and Marty Croft. You know, they say to hell. No, it's not. It's not either one of these guys. You can throw it at me. No, it's fine.
Thank you.
This is issue 1 of Quest Aside, and it's by Bolt Comics. Shermer, Gogu, Nolte, and World. Oh my God, these people. All right, here we go. Okay, so they have a quest to go on. It's a skeleton, an apprentice mage, and an exiled princess walk into a bar. That's what it is. Quest Aside. This is where everybody goes, where nobody knows your name. All good quests start at a tavern.
It's fantasy cheers.
Yes, exactly.
Fantasy cheers. I like that. That's a good one, Chris.
Oh
yes,
man, I love that.
So yes, you're going in there and you're going to see Woody. You're going to see Coach. No, you're not going to see any of them, but you are going to see the people who are behind the scenes at one of these epic quests.
And you're gonna hear where everybody knows your name on a loop.
Yeah, and I hope it does. I hope it messes with your mind.
Okay.
So next up, and finally, Obi-Wan Star Wars number 1. Now this is they keep doing this to me. So they started a here's Obi-Wan after he drops Luke off at his aunts and uncles for an epic weekend. How you doing? Or they're gonna have a great summer, but they're not. Tatooine. The
summers are brutal.
Yeah, summers are brutal constantly.
I'm gonna go help those.
You're
folks.
awesome.
So just if you want to go over, hello everybody. If you want to
Gotcha.
go over
Perfect.
our in-store events, and of course the bash.
All right, cool.
No problem. So this comic book series takes place after the initial drop off and what he's been up to.
Yeah, but guess what? It also has him remembering stuff. So it goes way back in to when Obi-Wan was a youngling.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and in this one we get to see him. Actually, no lie, You're not going to see him, but Yoda makes Obi-Wan scrub toilets. No lie. Swear.
Well, if that isn't a reason to pick up this book, I don't know what is.
How much would you pay?
Scrub on, scrub off.
Exactly. And he's got one of those
off
little
scrub, off on
one,
scrub.
One of those little things with the fuzzy circle on it. So
yeah, the scrubber.
Yes.
Edward wants to know if you can actually put Quest Aside and Obi-Wan on his pull list.
I absolutely can, Ed. No problem. So they're in your box now, and I will be sending those out today.
So those were our 5 picks?
Those are our 5 picks.
Nice. Oh, Scott's comment, where every dwarf knows your name.
Yeah, sing it, buddy. Okay, so we're coming up on time to leave.
But we got some homework to do. Well, exactly. not just homework. We got some housekeeping to do.
You got some housekeeping, but you got some homework for
I do.
Week. Yeah, you do. So you got to finish up season 2 of Ted Lasso. We'll talk about that next week. Let's talk about the 2022 in-stores signing and artist commission events. Want to thank David Crownson again for coming out on our inaugural one from Saturday, April 23rd. We had a great time. A great time was had by all, including me. Follow David at DC, or actually go email David, DC at kingwoodcomics.com. Saturday, June 11th from 12 to 5, we've got an in-store signing with Marty Grabstein, who's a tremendous voice actor, but is most famous for Courage, the Cowardly Dog. So if that scarred your childhood, come down and meet the man who is a scourge of your nightmares.
Pretty much.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Saturday, June 25th, from 12 to 5, we've got my friend and artist extraordinaire. He's waiting to pop. Chris Campana. He will be in store doing signings. He'll do commissions, head sketches. He tap dances and will swallow fire, I'm pretty sure. And then sometime in July, we're still working out the day, but Mike McCone, famed comic artist of Exiles. He's doing many of this month and last month's Marvel comic covers variants. One of my favorite comic book artists, one of my favorite working comic book artists, and just a supremely nice guy. And then hopefully we'll have a couple more people in the hopper. But I wanted to talk about this weekend. Tickets are still available at csmod.com, but we're having the 25th anniversary, the silver anniversary Secret Stash Bash. Stash Bash is going to be a photo opportunity with Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes. Mm-hmm. We've got Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, rare to see him out these days. Trevor Furman is going to be here. Marilyn Gigliotti. I've got Jen Schwalbach-Smith coming in.
Ernie O'Donnell.
Johnny Wilyoung. Scott Schiaffo is going to be around. And there'll be other presences here as well. I think Ming Chen is going to be cycling in and out.
He'll pop out.
Of course he will.
He'll pop out.
And a couple of other people. Michael Bellicose, the in a row guy, might be popping around. So come see all of them. It's a ticketed event, so you come in, you get your picture taken, you hang out for a couple of minutes, then you get to wander the streets of beautiful downtown Red Bank. We've got our friends and family of shops around here who are there are people. I've got a list of people who are going to give percentage off. They're going to give you a discount with your lanyard. Don't forget your lanyards, folks.
For example, Yesterkids is offering a pretty awesome deal.
If you're here and you're like, you know what?
I want to play some video games.
I'm an antisocial piece of crap. I don't want to do anything but go someplace and be quiet. You can go over to Yesterkids for a full day pass, $20 to play all day. And they're open till 2 a.m. So
if you've never been to Yesterkids, do yourself the favor.
Yes, you should.
Go take a trip.
And at night, and that's just one example. We've also got our friends over at Olympus Grill. They're do you like Greek food?
I do.
Damn straight you do. Everyone likes Greek food. They're giving, I think it's a buy one, get one half off gyro or hero. We've also got our next door neighbors at Pop Freak Collectibles. They're going to be doing some stuff. Chamian's down the street, bar and grill. Mm-hmm. They're giving platter and nachos with a, an order. With you order an entree, you get a nacho.
Plus, you get some goodies from us.
And you're going to get a bunch of goodies from us. The swag bag itself is just amazing. But not only that would be worth the price of admission right there. However, we are also doing a 3-way Q&A, which, as Kevin says, is as filthy as you think it'd be, people. Kevin J., the cast of Clerks and Clerks 2 are going to be A-ing your cues, folks. A-ing your cues. And if that doesn't sound raunchy as hell, yes, it is. So you get the photo here with 10 people from Clerks. Then you get to wander around town or do whatever you want. Then later that night, doors will open at 6 at the Atlantic Movie House over in Atlantic Highlands. First Avenue, you can look it up, and there's municipal parking. Mm-hmm. Doors are open at 6:30, and the show starts at 8. So it goes from 8 till question mark. So
yeah, 8 till question mark.
8 till question mark. Yeah,
about accurate.
And that's Saturday. That's for Saturday and or Sunday. So if you want both days, you can come and do both days. Or if you just want to do one, it's you have to get a ticket for every day that you go. So I think it's pretty cool. But it's going to be a great time to be had by all. Tickets are still available. And it's Mother's Day. So if your mom what mom doesn't want a picture with everyone's favorite saint
from
Kevin Smith?
Come on.
And Jason Mewes.
The ultimate Mother's Day
Those
present.
2 little angels. I think that would make a great Mother's Day card for next year. So come down, go to csmod.com for tickets. Don't call the stash. I don't have any. I can't sell them to you over the phone, folks.
No.
Much as I would love to. But
we're not QVC.
We are not. And if you can make it, I recommend that you do. This is going to be a humongous time.
It's going to be a great time, people. Please come check it out. It's going to be a great time. This is a good comment. Gift bags, games, Greek food, and goodies. Great time. The 4 essential G's of that weekend.
I love it. That's very, oh my God.
Mark Lamb, thank you for that one.
That's very alliterative, Mark. Good job.
All right, man. I think this is the end of this episode.
I believe so.
Mike, as always, thank you so much, man.
No, Christian, thank you. I want to thank Julia Zapsik for being here and taking off to go help our friends from the 501st. Again, if you're around today, come on down. Get your picture taken with your favorite villain or your not-so-favorite villain. And even that might make a really nice Mother's Day gift for mom if she's,
And we swear,
crazy.
You're not fully tripping if you decided to take acid or shrooms this weekend. You are, and we'll see a stormtrooper walking around.
Seriously, but if you are tripping, please just Uber. Seriously, because I don't want you driving into like an abutment thinking that the coyote led you there. So that's all I got, Christian.
Mike, may the 4th be with you.
You too, buddy.
Take care, guys. Have a good one.